Hi, I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow. Chris.
And I'm excited to be here. I'm Chris. I'm also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thanks so much for joining us on our keto journey.
So just before we went live, I accidentally hit the refresh on the comment stream. So all I see is Betsy saying, Alexa told me she could remind me to drink water. Is she the text coughing? That's hilarious.
That's funny.
And I did
see
see
totally see where my hair needs to be dyed.
There you go. I did see that people were talking about the temperature and humidity.
Oh
Yesterday in Salt Lake City, it got to 5% humidity.
It's really dry here.
Like my eyes have been so dry,
and we've been having bloody noses like crazy.
Okay, so we went to the Mount Pleasant parade yesterday.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. There was probably 6 or 7, maybe more. Fire department trucks.
It was awesome.
That had their hoses out spraying people. It was hilarious.
Which is funny because it wasn't even that hot because I think it was pretty windy.
It was like 88 degrees.
Yeah. So it could have been worse. Like we've had worse parades before.
And Miriam and I were holding down the awning that we were under.
Because it was windy. Yeah.
But our poor daughter, she got a bloody nose and it looked like a crime scene.
It was really bad.
I felt so bad. And Sam, I asked him if he could go get more tissues, and he just went.
Yeah.
So nice. But
to get him out of the car.
Anyway, let's say hi to some people.
Hi.
Let's see. Purple. Debbie says, "How do I change my name on here?" You need to go into your YouTube settings. So not within the live stream, but your actual YouTube channel settings, and you need to rename your channel. So let's see. It looks like J-Dog is here. So is Stwong and Faith. Cynthia says, "Good morning."
Good morning.
Carrie is on 158 days of no coffee or caffeine.
Nice.
Pretty soon you're going to be counting that in years. You should just start using decimal years now.
That sounds boring.
Well, that'd be like kind of close to 0.4.
Okay.
Anyway, Rick Wynn is here. Kelly, Michigan says, good morning, everyone. Enjoying a day off from work and sitting here drinking a Snickerdoodle.
Nice.
Visual Kia says, hey, bears and everyone. Radical Geek is here. Mimi says, good morning. Exchange student is here as well. Radical Geek says, I wish we had fire trucks spraying us down yesterday. It was so hot and extra humid.
Yeah, it was cool.
That is one nice thing about if it's super dry. If you get wet, not only does it dry,
it dries
but it cools
fast.
you off.
It dries fast.
Yeah. So, Mindy says, first time catching live.
Hi,
Welcome,
Mindy. So glad you're here.
Gina is here. Swang says, I usually open the window and turn a fan around 4 a.m. to get a nice full air in. But this morning I got a blast of the humidity and I was like, ew. I checked and it said 87. Jill wants to know, when do we get to order more blueberry pie? So we actually haven't had a live stream. Oop. I was showing the humidity here in Salt Lake County. See, 5.
Nothing.
Anyway, so I'm gonna go here to go to the blog.
We did order quite a bit, but it wasn't as much as we normally would have ordered.
Yep. So wait, so it's actually sold out? Yeah. Are you going to make more blueberry pie? So here's the actual answer. I would really like to. At a minimum, I want to finish the original order since I already paid for that packaging to be printed. Hold on, let me kill Slack.
Boop.
Goodbye, Slack. And we have the work already done for the flavor launch. Our biggest constraint is the availability of the acacia gum. Until that's sorted out, we will be dealing with compromise. That wasn't a real answer. Yep.
I don't know. That's more of an answer than I was going to give.
So when will it be available again?
We don't know.
We do not have an answer for that, unfortunately.
Sorry.
Shannon says, great job on the blueberry flavor. I love it.
You like it? You tried it? You like it?
Let's see. Dorothy says, me talk good. Dorothy says, good morning, late but here.
Good morning, Dorothy.
Bluegrass Girls, 57% humidity. That's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
Evelyn is here. Too Crazy Keo says, good morning. We still have to pack for tomorrow. We haven't packed at all.
We
not
still
at all.
have to do laundry from our camping trip.
I did our laundry this morning.
Thank
it is
you.
in the dryer.
Yes.
And I took all of our shoes out and put them on the drying rack and found Ruth's swim shoes
Where? Wait, where?
on the
was-
drying rack.
Oh.
Anyway, those should be dry by the end of the day, considering how low the humidity is. It doesn't help that we're in an
They always
air-conditioned
dry so
home
fast. Yeah.
where the humidity is even lower.
Which is why it's easy to have bloody noses in the house.
Anyway, yeah, we haven't started packing at all. So we got to do that for KetoCon, which is coming up later this week. We're leaving Thursday morning.
Yes.
Semi-retired Bob says it's either jail or coffee, so I choose coffee. Okay. Becky says, good morning, Bears. Betsy says, I always miss that. Nerd.
Yeah.
Jerry says, good morning. Well, I no longer have the nerd. I actually do, but I have this now.
Actually.
Nice. Susie says, good morning. I am new to Keto Chow. Well, good morning. Chris says, good morning, Chow fans. Rita says, good morning, everyone. Marcia says, I just bought my first bag of chocolate peanut butter. Can you share more recipes? So we do have, if you go on our
We
site,
have quite a few chocolate peanut butter recipes.
and if you go
too.
to kitchen, you go to recipes. You can either just free text search, you can browse through them, you can look it up by flavor, but for the most part, almost all the recipes are interchangeable, except I'm not sure what that one uses. Let's see, sweet and sour meatballs.
It's probably a savory.
And
And the sauce?
yeah, it wouldn't be in the meatballs.
Nope.
It's the beef soup base. Nice. So that you couldn't probably use the chocolate with that.
That one right there looks like it has Fruity Pebbles in the picture.
That guy?
Yeah, what is it?
Ham and egg cups?
Is that little pieces of ham?
Probably is. But like the lime cooler or the purple cow float, peanut butter blondies with grape frosting.
Gross.
You
Grape
could
is
use
gross.
just about any flavor with that. So
You're right.
yeah,
You could make different kind of chocolate frosting.
Yeah. So check out the recipes on our site.
Yeah, do.
Val says hello. Tanya is here.
Tanya, how
Hello,
are
good morning,
you?
Chris, Miriam, and all. Eddie says I was on vacation last week, missed out on the blueberry
Oh,
pie.
I'm sorry.
And I feel so bad, all the people who missed out on it. I literally
We don't have any.
got that one packet. when
Usually
we showed it
have
on the
a few
live
that we
stream.
can pull from
Yeah.
at our house.
And we had
they
a
have none.
packet sitting here as well. And our inventory lady, she came in to tell me, what the situation was as far as how many we had sold and if we had, I think it actually, the people who ordered got theirs. We didn't oversell it, but
Yeah, that's what we
on her
thought would
way
have
out,
happened.
she snagged that packet. She's like,
I
I'm
need
going to
this."
take this. I'm like, oh. So I've only had one of them.
I haven't. I only had a sip of yours.
That's right. Mimi says that we had a beautiful day in Palm Coast, Florida. Walked with my grandson on the beach.
Nice.
Nancy says, good morning, Keto Chow friends. Did you get any good walks while we were up camping?
Nope.
So-
The girls got a lot of walks.
Oh, did they?
I did get a lot of games in, though.
Okay. Well, I got a pretty good walk in because I was walking around spraying weeds.
Well, I think it's funny because I didn't actually walk anywhere, but I got 10,000 steps every day. So
Really?
I was moving enough
Oh, okay.
between the trailer and the table and the table and the trailer and the
Yeah,
food
back
and the
and forth,
table
back
and the
and forth,
trailer
back
and
and
the
forth.
yeah.
It was a good time. Miriam, you were saying that you just kind of relaxed and just let things go.
Yeah, because
It was-
usually I'm stressed about like making sure that
Yeah.
Chris doesn't make the food by himself and the kids help out so he doesn't get ornery. And I just didn't care this time. So it was great. I was just like,
But I walked down to the bottom of the driveway. I knew that if I walked down while spraying and walked up while spraying, I wouldn't even notice the 200-foot gain in elevation.
Yeah.
And I didn't. It was fine
such a steep hill.
because I was spraying around.
Yep.
Ruth says hello.
Hello, Ruth.
Nancy's here.
Donna.
Sherry says good morning. Question, I'm using daily minerals, 1 tablespoon each day for my nightly leg cramps. Lately I'm
man.
getting a few cramps again. Can I go with another dose? Not sure if I can use too much. So I would actually, well, let's hear what you would say because I tend to
would
dominate
say,
the conversation.
Not the daily minerals. I would use magnesium or electrolytes or
Yeah.
what I've been doing lately is I take the magnesium drops, but I also have been taking an electrolyte tablet. And that seems to be helping.
Magnesium drops.
Yep, the magnesium drops. I'm actually like doubling my magnesium this week. I'm going to try some experimentation.
Yeah, because if you're getting leg cramps, it's more than likely due to magnesium. And that's, a lot of people are like, well, why do you have the daily minerals and then all these other electrolytes too? It's like, well, because the different electrolytes have different applications, and the magnesium specifically, it helps your muscles. Okay, the sodium is what your muscles use to do the contraction action. The magnesium is what's used to do the relaxation. And so if you don't have sufficient magnesium, then that's when you get the cramps.
Yep.
So I would try using that. Ladybug is here. This has been so long since I caught you live.
I miss you. How are you?
We could have done the live stream yesterday, but I was literally, so the two crazy ketos were doing their live stream, and I was in the middle of cooking like 5 pounds of bacon.
It was delicious.
And I ended up ear hustling for the most part, which was nice, although people kept on saying hi to me, but I wasn't seeing it because
I didn't say hi to them either.
Because
I was playing
I had
games
both of my spatulas going.
Helping you with the food. Actually, I did make pancakes.
Yeah, you mixed up some Noosh pancakes.
I mixed it up and handed it to you. It took 2 seconds.
But yeah, doing the live stream yesterday, I didn't want to stress about it. Just wanted to come and do it today. Although you have a meeting in 4 minutes.
Nope, it's canceled.
Oh, okay.
Actually, maybe it's not canceled.
March is new to Keto Chow, loving daily minerals and Keto Chow ice cream and the creamy. Radical Geek says, if you make a blueberry pie a permanent flavor, just like Mike M, I plan to order a few of the big bags. Just Me says, does Keto Chow have enough daily vitamins in one serving? No. It has a third of your daily vitamins. It's designed to completely replace a meal.
Yep.
So if you eat a serving of Keto Chow and then 2 other meals, as long as those 2 other meals, get you the other 2/3 of your daily vitamins and minerals, should be good to go. But yeah, it's not designed to only eat 1 a day. So glad you asked that. That's a really good question.
And nothing else.
Yeah, just eating 1 Keto Chow a day, probably not a recipe for success.
Yep.
Shonda's
you would
here.
need more food.
Two Crazy Keto says it's 91 here and feels like 101. Humidity of 72%. We haven't even packed the thing and we leave at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, I guess you're doing laundry today.
Evelyn says my blueberry pie is out for delivery.
Nice.
Oh, and Suzanne says I was so upset about the fire in Centerville due to fireworks. Water was used to put out. With such low water levels is frustrating. Also love the blueberry pie. Made Two Crazy Ketos cheesecake.
Yeah.
Our neighborhood is in the completely restricted fire zone for like the last 7 years.
Yeah, we haven't been able to do it at our house forever.
There were a couple of neighbors that had fireworks sitting on their
I know. People do it anyway, but we try
driveway.
we try to follow the rules.
Yeah, we do. Jill says I'm here. Good morning, everyone. Purple A says my BP says out for delivery.
Blueberry packet.
Blueberry pie. I'm thinking blood pressure. I'm like, your blood pressure is out for delivery?
Woohoo!
Blaze says at least there's hope it'll be back. Cherry says Chris needs to get the tree so that you will never run out of acacia gum. It won't grow in Utah. We get too cold of temperatures in the winter.
Lots of things don't grow here.
Just Me says I'm loving Keto Chow. My son and daughter also love Keto Chow.
Yes,
awesome.
Thank you.
Two Crazy Keto says I haven't even booked a hotel for tomorrow night. Oh, because you guys are staying there and then coming over.
Bummer.
Okay. I did send you the information
stay at our
last
house.
night. Well, no, they're going to, but
I know, but
we're getting there
just
a
go
day
from Florida
afterwards.
to our house, and then we'll go to Texas together.
No. Tiffany says I have all the Memorial Day credits gone out to people who had an active subscription by Memorial Day. Yes, they have. If you didn't
get one and you should have got one, please reach out to customer service because
Yes.
it's very possible that there was a little bit of a glitch. So
That's correct.
do reach out.
Yep. Luis says, hubby is sad I only ordered 5 blueberry pie. He had blueberry waffle this morning and loved it.
Nice.
Stallings says, I made some raspberry cheesecake fluff this morning. Let it chill until lunch.
Oh, that
one
sounds good.
question that a lot of people had about the blueberry pie was, why didn't we limit the amount of that people could order in each order? Wouldn't have done any good because people can order multiple times.
Ordering tons anyway.
Yeah, but it wasn't affected by that. A lot of people only ordered 5 or 3 or 2.
Well, and we didn't know how fast it would go. How's that? We didn't know.
Let's see.
That's okay.
Stallings says I made some raspberry fluff this morning. Let it chill until lunch. Blaze says pack for hot weather in Texas. Oh, we know. 100 degrees and high humidity. It's always funny to me how it storms in Texas as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt says, first time watching a live stream in my new house. Too bad my first weekend in my new house was spent recovering from COVID.
Oh,
I'm feeling much better. Well, I hope you feel better.
Sorry.
Diane says, I was bummed. I was at work and busy when I got the text. When I opened it, I thought it was just a recipe for grape because of the same packaging.
Oh,
it was the
does
same
look the
color.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steph says, Indigo Neely's cheesecake video made me want to try blueberry pie flavor too. Hope you're able to bring it back. Does she have a video
we gotta
about?
Watch that.
I did not know that. Oh, wow. Okay.
Maybe she just has a cheesecake video.
Maybe.
It made her.
I
want
know that Two
blueberry
Crazy
pie.
Ketos have a cheesecake video.
And I know that Wendy and Harry had a blueberry video this weekend that came
Nice.
out, but I don't know if it was our blueberry or just they were talking about blueberry something.
So long as I have extra whipping creams I needed to use soon, so I did a search on your site with recipes to use heavy whipping cream. Trying to make so many recipes.
Yes. You know what you can do too is make some fat bombs and throw them in the freezer, because that's good.
Jerry says, this is my first time I've been able to watch you live. My job is crazy.
Very great.
And Lisa says, good morning. I miss the daily lives. You make my day happy.
Lisa. You make me happy.
Carrie wants tomato basil frosting.
Gross.
Let's see. Catherine says, thank you for the expedited shipping last week. Unfortunately, it meant I got someone else's order really fast.
Oh.
Waiting to hear from customer service resolve.
Such a bummer.
I actually jumped into our customer service
sometimes.
thing, and I was just looking through stuff on Saturday, and I saw someone they'd contacted us about a problem, and on the website, if you contact us that way, it does pop up and say, hey, we won't be back until, and when they're going to be back. And they said, oh, I see you're not going to be back until July 5th. Have a wonderful 4th of July.
Oh, that's so cute.
But yeah, they're back in the office today.
Yep,
So
and they
hopefully,
will be
Catherine, they'll get a
just
hold of
getting
you.
through all the things.
Which the sad thing is that meant that someone else probably got your order. Hopefully it's just you two that got
Swapped.
Me talk good.
Swipped?
And usually it's just the label gets messed up. And they have a really good track record of not swapping orders. It does happen every once in a while. Mike says I got here early,
You
but my
mean our
phone went to
shippers
sleep.
are human?
They are actual live human beings.
Yeah, and they make mistakes
It's
just
true.
like us.
Margie says, good morning, Chris and Miriam.
Good morning.
Tanya says, I just rewatched you guys in 2KK tent camp at Echo Bay, Lake Mead.
Oh, yeah.
I'm jealous all over. Just gorgeous and a good
I
time.
know. I had such a good time camping this weekend, and I didn't have any water. I mean, I drank lots of water, but I didn't have any water to jump into.
That's true. Carrie says we need another 5 pounds more of bacon. We ended up, so a lot of us had the bacon and the sausage left over from breakfast for lunch. We only ended up with like
3
2
pieces
Yeah.
left. So, yeah.
Jackie's on day 9 of BBB and EE, already down 5.6 pounds. Been doing a short vlog daily to keep myself accountable.
Oh,
Might
that's
upload to
awesome.
YouTube. If I
Good
can find it and have
idea.
to edit on my phone. Then
Do it.
fancy.
Do it. You
So long
can
as
do it
it's-
on your phone.
That's
great.
true. So long as I'll post a pic later on the Keto Chow Facebook site and add links to the recipe.
Thank you.
Lynette is here.
Hi,
Mike says, yeah, I would
Lynette.
order big bags of blueberry for sure. Maybe you should get someone to start making acacia gum in Utah. Again, it won't grow in
I know.
Utah.
Wouldn't
It
that be
might
nice?
grow in Nevada, though. Because it's native to
Is
northern
it too
Africa.
dry?
Well, it likes dry, warm conditions.
Oh,
Acacia
it's warm in
does.
Nevada and Arizona.
Yeah.
It's hot
It
in
might.
Arizona. I think it's hot and dry here. No. It's hot in Arizona.
It is hot in Arizona. It is drier in Utah than it is in Arizona. They
Just
get more
thinking
rainfall.
about Arizona makes me feel hot.
J-Dog says we got our Traeger working again. Just ran an extension cord to the house since I can't figure out the power issue outside. Cooked lots over the past 3 days. Keto pizza this morning. Nice. On the smoker. Awesome. Lori says Miriam meeting is not canceled, but you're worth the wait.
Oh, thank you. That's because it's next week that's canceled, right?
Yep.
I just forgot.
Kara, not sure. Says the neighbors brought their fireworks and set them up in front of my house last night. We're
Aw.
also in a burn zone.
Yes.
We did it at my parents' house. Kim says I can't decide on what to make with my 2 blueberry pie packets coming today. Following the rules is good. Fire safety is important.
It is.
Sean says I have 10 blueberry pie, trying to come up with a best usage plan. Tonight we are going to be doing our live stream with Switch.
Yay!
So,
I just hit my mic, sorry.
but yeah, so we're going to be doing that with, oh dang it.
Neha.
Neha, and maybe Brian will show up. We'll have
Maybe.
to see. But yeah, so our live stream tonight, We're going to try and make sure that we are on our channel on YouTube and Facebook and on their channel as well.
Oh, magic.
But we're still trying to figure out all the technical details. I actually need to call her this morning and make sure everything's set up.
Okay.
Suzanne says hello from California.
I'm going to go to my meeting
Okay,
now.
Miriam's going to go to her meeting. Let's see. Mike says any word when Sedan will be shipping more acacia gum.
Have a good day.
They actually, there's some coming from Europe to Utah right now. Catherine says I'm not stuff. Stuff happens.
Here you go.
Thank you.
For reals, goodbye.
I'll just turn this off. Outside label was mine. Packing slips with someone else. There you go. Let's see. Floyd says hello, everyone. Kathy says good morning. Chrissy says I accidentally did beef butter, bacon, and eggs for 5 days. You know, this weekend while we were camping, I lived off of burgers. What? Oh, you want your water? I lived off of burgers, bratwurst, and burgers and bratwurst and bacon and sausage and bratwurst. And I wasn't sad at all. Oh, Neely says, Neely made your blueberry cheesecake recipe and all the kids loved it. I made it with vanilla keto chow for my holiday party. That's so awesome. I'm going to have to check that out. Bluegrass Girl says, so how much acacia gum is needed for the bulk order of keto chow? So I am actually, this morning, I was about to test it, but I had to come in and do the video, the live stream. Had to. It's fine. Different sources, different other companies that sell the same acacia gum. And a nice thing is it's a commodity item, so pretty much it's the same from any source. But we need several thousand kilograms of acacia gum to fill all of the orders that we have in place with our manufacturer. My guess is it's probably 3,000 to 4,000 kilograms. It's a lot. And we go through even more of the milk protein isolate. We go through that like it's going out of style. Ron says, good morning, Bears and Chow fam. Miss you, but just listening in. Quarter end for me. So you're really out of blueberry? We are really out of blueberry. And it's the whole acacia gum. And Tyler says, when is Serious Keto's flavor coming out? That actually has to do with the acacia gum as well. So we usually don't talk about when flavors are going to be available because of our inability to control the timeline. It's determined by things completely outside of our control. So it will be available when it comes out. On his video, he related that I had told him that realistically we're looking at maybe 4, 5, maybe even 6 months. And I think that that's accurate. Mike says, wow, 2 live streams in one day. Well, it's because it's Tuesday. Chrissy says, I'm so excited. I may have to ear hustle tonight. Well, I will be there. Everyone's saying bye to Miriam. Eddie says, with acacia gum issues, is there a keto chow shortage coming? So not yet. We still have like our main flavors like chocolate that we sell so much of. We have a good supply of that still in place. I don't see it becoming an issue for the future just because, well, we did get that shipment that's on its way. It was actually supposed to be here June 28th, but turns out it left Germany June 28th instead of arriving in New York in June 28th. So it's just delayed again. I don't see us completely running out, but you may see different flavors stocking out or less availability of different flavors. And that's what kind of drove the whole thing with the blueberry pie. We had to make a decision as to whether we were going to make all of the order of blueberry pie or if we were going to bring back in stock some of the flavors that people who have subscriptions are already subscribed to. So all the people who are like, oh, I want banana back in stock. Well, we had to make the decision, do we want more blueberry pie or do we want to restock banana? So there you go. It's been giving our poor inventory lady just a juggling game, trying to figure out what to produce and what not to. Mike says that's a lot. Is there even a tablespoon of acacia in a serving? There is 5.66 grams per serving, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm fairly certain it's 5.666666. 5,666 milligrams per serving. Blaze says, please hit the like button. Susanna says, yesterday my husband made egg pudding with salted caramel, keto chow, and heavy whipping cream, and it was delicious. That does sound good. Lori says, just ordered my first subscription box. I plan on using dry milk and MCT oil. Dry milk is going to have really a lot of sugar in it. If you're trying to do a ketogenic diet, I don't think that would work very well. And let me just pull this up really quick. If I do half, and there it is. So, well, it depends on your dry milk. Most milk is powdered skim milk, although you can get powdered whole milk. And in a best case scenario, let's say it's powdered whole milk, that's only 3.25% fat. If you were to use enough to add 400 calories to a serving of keto chow, which is about what most people are looking for, that would add 31 grams of carbohydrates. Even if you cut that down a little bit and use some MCT oil, you're still probably 25. I mean, you're talking about a full day's worth of carbohydrates in a single serving if you're doing a ketogenic diet. So I don't know if you are or not. If you're using MCT oil, I'm assuming that you are. You'd be better off using heavy whipping cream, or even better would be using melted butter, but you have to use a blender to do that properly. The next question is, can you use powdered fat, powdered cream, which will bring you to this FAQ. So if you use powdered sweet cream, and if you look at powdered cream, the the ingredient list will actually say powdered sweet cream. It's not powdered heavy cream, it is powdered sweet cream. But the problem is the amount that it shows on, you go on Amazon and you buy powdered cream, it rounds, it's only using a certain amount and they're able to round down, and so it'll usually say that it has 0 grams of carbs in the powdered cream, but it's not. If you were to, the amount of carbs per 100 grams, excuse me, is 12.8. But let's look at this a different way. How many carbs are there in 1,500 calories, which would be 3 servings of that, of 500 calories? Powdered sweet cream is 25. Actual liquid heavy cream is half of that. So there are applications. Man, my throat, I just want to cough. Excuse me. There are applications where using a powdered cream or a powdered butter works really well, especially if you're like hiking or something like that and you just want to add water. But if you're in a place where you can use the liquid version, you're going to get far lower carbohydrates using the liquid version than using the powdered one. Anyway, there you go. Science class with Mr. Bear. Yay! Lori says, I just ordered my first, that was what I was reading. Betsy says, don't run out of chocolate peanut butter. I don't think we will. Song says, do you measure your safety stock in months on hand? Yes, we do. We have a bi-weekly meeting where we sit down and look at the inventory levels and we look at how much we have on hand. Strangely enough, chocolate, the regular packets of chocolate, we have so many months on hand, there is, I don't think, any possible way we could ever sell out of them before they go bad. So, anyway. Bluegrass Girl says, see if True Nutrition happens to have any acacia gum. Oh, or their milk protein isolate meets your quality. I know they do a lot of bulk sales. I think they do wholesale. The problem is we buy milk protein literally by the truckload. Not even by the pallet. We go for the full truckload, the way that we get them. Gary says, orange glad, there's more banana. Right? Victoria says, thank you for restocking banana. I was able to order some single packs. Jeff says, I've been researching my goal weight as I'm getting close, yet my results are all over the place. Do you have a go-to resource? As far as a goal weight, Joe and Rachel actually talked about that on yesterday's Keto on the Couch. I'd actually check that out. Yeah, I'd refer to them. They had some really good discussion going on as far as a goal weight. So, and you may even want to look at goal percentage of body fat, for that matter. And I don't have a good resource for you on that one. Catherine says, I used to work as a purchasing agent. Supply chain logistics are so complex. I was doing hardware and hard goods, not perishables. My hat's off to you. Mike says, thank you for doing your best. The best you can with shortages. I appreciate it. Shauna says, I got to go. Surprised they delivered my client a new fridge. Nice. Alan says, good morning. Lori says, thank you so much for taking time to research and walk me through the powdered milk question. Yep. By the way, powdered milk, in case you haven't ever read the instructions, I only know this because as a kid, we had to use powdered milk. They recommend that you mix it up and put it in the fridge overnight. If you mix up powdered milk and try to drink it immediately, it tastes terrible because all of the lactose is still crystallized and it hasn't fully dissolved the protein. But if you mix it up and stick it in the fridge overnight, it tastes just like regular milk. Oddly enough, I think that that's one of the reasons why Keto Chow tastes so much better if you leave it in the fridge overnight or for several hours, because it's using milk protein isolate. So just the protein component of milk. Let's see. Cindy says tired. Lynn says, hi everyone. Cindy says, huge camping trip Thursday to yesterday with 3 grandkids under 6. That would make me tired as well. I asked my sister yesterday, who was holding her grandson. They have a lot of grandchildren at this point, and she's only like 2 years older than I am. And I said, so I hear that grandchildren make not killing your own children worth it. And she's like, oh yeah. Tony says, is it okay to add extra protein powder when mixing my Keto Chow, or would it have a bad effect on the mix? It works absolutely great. As long as the protein powder doesn't have like sugar in it, it's a good way to add extra protein to Keto Chow. You could also mix up the protein powder as a separate drink, but a lot of people do add extra protein powder. And sometimes it's easier to mix it in with the powder or dump in the Keto Chow and put the other protein powder in right at the same time. So I'll just mix it at the same time. Nicole says, I'm on the fence. Do you ever demo how to prepare the shakes with butter? Yes. Let me see. It used to be on the how to prepare Keto Chow. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, down here is a watch us prepare Keto Chow with butter. Hey, there's me showing how to do, and these are old packaging even, but showing how to do it. The short version of it. It doesn't work as well in the shaker bottle. You can do it, but it doesn't work as well. It's better if you use a blender or an immersion blender, but you're going to melt the butter. You're going to use warm water that's hotter than the melting temperature of butter, and then mix it together. And once it's mixed, the acacia gum that we've been talking about doesn't let the butter come out of solution, so it doesn't let it separate. So you can mix it up and then stick it in the fridge and let it think about what it's done, and it won't separate out. So if I have the time and the equipment with me, you know, the immersion blender or regular blender, I will always do Keto Chow with butter. It has better macros, and I think it tastes better too. If I don't have the time, I will mix it up with heavy cream. So there you go. Maitreya says, chocolate is fantastic though, it's my favorite. Oh yeah, absolutely. Sandra says, any chance of a butterscotch flavor? So I've played around with butterscotch, and I was working on it, and then we made the chocolate toffee. And as far as I'm concerned, the chocolate toffee to me tastes like butterscotch. It's a bit of a nuance of flavor where yes, butterscotch is slightly different. But for me, the butterscotch itch was slaked by the chocolate toffee. I do know people who wanted even more butterscotch, which you could add butterscotch flavor to chocolate toffee or to the vanilla, and that would do butterscotch pretty well. I personally am not working on any butterscotch, which people are always like, hey, what flavors are coming out? And we always just say, we don't talk about Bruno. None to speak of. But yeah, I'm not currently working on anything butterscotch related. Cindy says, we did it last 4th too. Wow, 3, 4, and 5. We have a boat and the kids absolutely love it and play on the beach all day. Miriam's favorite thing to do is to sit on a chair at the beach and watch the kids play. She loves doing that. Maitreya says, chocolate cheesecake with raspberry gillet topping. Gillet. Let's see. Alan says, the world is a crazy place. Yeah, that's right. Mike says, looking up the nutrition on acacia gum, 1 teaspoon is 2.5 grams of acacia gum. So if my morning math is right, there's only 2/3 to 3/4 of a tablespoon. Maybe. Don't use volume to measure mass. You know that, Mike. Let's see. Alan says, but we will get through it and be better for it. Ryan says, I missed the beginning. Did you mention if you plan on making more blueberry pie? So that, we did talk about that. And that is answered actually in depth. If you go on our blog, most recent blog post is Blueberry Pie Keto Chow, blink and it's gone. And so again, to answer it, are we gonna make any more? I'd really like to. At a minimum, I want to finish the original order I already paid for since that packaging was printed and we have the work already done for the flavor launch. Our biggest constraint is the availability of the acacia gum. Until that's sorted out, we will be dealing with compromise. And that wasn't a real answer. Yep, not a real answer. So I don't have a good answer for that right now. Dorothy says, I mix my keto chow first. I put in 1 cup of hot water, then 1 to 2 tablespoons of melted butter, then a packet of keto. Yeah, that's a good way to melt the butter. Then 1 other cup of hot water, shake, and never a problem. I don't even use a blender. Yeah, there you go. So Dorothy likes that method. Mike says, keto chow thinking in the fridge. I feel all mixed up. Radical Geek says, take the chocolate toffee and add a splash of butterscotch extract to it. Tastes just like butterscotch pudding. Amanda says, I'm late to the party. Oh yeah, same question about blueberry pie, so I just answered that. Rick Wynn says, how about a butter pecan flavor? That would make a fantastic ice cream. Miriam really likes pecans. I think they're a waste of calories personally. So I'd rather eat almonds or peanuts or bacon than pecans. So anyway. Amanda says, does the ingredient not affect the other? It does absolutely affect the other flavors. And that's why we had to cut back on the amount that we did of the blueberry pie, because that ingredient, the acacia gum, is in all the flavors. So we're having to prioritize which ones we make more of and which ones we make less of until we can get that in stock. Mike says, I know that I don't I know that I don't even measure my ice cream, and my ice cream still comes out, so grams or tablespoons is irrelevant. Cindy says, that's exactly what I do, Chris. My husband water skis, and so we pull him, although this weekend he was just enjoying the kids. And Two Crazy Ketos is in timeout because they're recommending a walnut flavor, which gives me canker sores. So, which is also a complete waste of calories. Why would you like walnuts? People are like, oh, I like them in brownies. Wouldn't you like other stuff in brownies instead, like macadamia nuts? Come on. Why would you eat walnuts if you have macadamia nuts? Come at me, bro. No. Anyway, well, I've been on my soapbox for enough time without Miriam. So anyway, our live stream tonight is going to be at 9:15, same time as normal, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, which is 7:15 Mountain for that 5% of the U.S. population that hangs out with us in the Mountain time zone, or 6:15 Pacific. Let me speak good. Anyway, Radical Geek says, white chocolate macadamia flavor. I tried that and it didn't taste very good. It tasted terrible. Mike says, I've used toasted walnut oil as a fat. Amanda says, ooh, maple walnut. That sounds delish. Now you can add those flavors to vanilla keto chow, by the way. Radical Geek says, thank you for hosting. I'm going to try to make it tonight, but I'm real tired from yesterday. Me too. Okay. And Carrie says, yeah, 8:15 my time in Texas. Yes, Central Time Zone. I forgot you guys. There's like, I think it's like 20% of the U.S. population's in the Central Time Zone. All I know is 48% is in Eastern. Anyway, catch you all tonight. If you don't see us on the Keto Chow channel, look for Switch Grocery. I'll be doing a post as soon as I have the address for where the live stream will be. So anyway, catch you all tonight. Bye.